Sony Germany is offering the chance to win a PlayStation 5 if you sell your PlayStation 4 on eBay. Am I the only one who thinks this is a very stupid idea? So let me understand. You have a PlayStation 4, you cannot afford a PlayStation 5 because it's too expensive because of the scalpers, or it's not available. So now you can sell your PlayStation 4 to have a small chance to win a PlayStation 5. Do you know how many people sell their PlayStation 4 in Germany? It's close to 2,500 people, and I'm pretty sure most of them are scalpers or companies. And I'm curious if the company can win a PlayStation 5 or if a scalper can win a PlayStation 5. Because when they sold a PlayStation 5, they didn't know which ones were the scalpers and which ones were the normal consumers. And a lot of PlayStation 5 were sold to the scalpers. So if you don't win a PlayStation 5, now you have 200 euros, 250. So you need at least 3 times more so you can buy a PlayStation 5 from the scalpers. But let's be real, why would you sell your PlayStation 4? Usually the people who sell their PlayStation 4, it's because they have a PlayStation 5 or they build a PC or they buy the new console. Or they don't care about gaming anymore. Who will sell their PlayStation 4 just to have a small chance to get a PlayStation 5? Or a big chance to not have a console anymore? So this is their solution now. Instead of stopping the scalpers from buying more PlayStation 5s, they are making you sell your PlayStation 4 to be able to maybe have a small chance to get a PlayStation 5. Do they even want you to own a console anymore? Most of the exclusives will also be released on PC, so why would you even want a console? Especially now that Xbox and PlayStation wants to ban you if you say the wrong stuff. And let's not forget that you have to pay for online, you have to pay extra $20 for a video game. Let's not forget that they censorship your games. Okay, a lot of people say, oh, you just want big titties because you want to masturbate. Like you don't have a girlfriend or something like that. Anyway, now it's not about boobies, it's about a horror game. A horror game that made you peel the face of another person and put it on yourself. And Sony is the only company who decided this is too much. So at least for now, Sony is the only company who decides how much horror is too much horror. At least for the game Martha is Dead. And now the developers will lose money and time because they have to make changes for the game that will be released on PlayStation. And they will lose even more money because why would you be an idiot to buy a censored version? They basically cut some stuff from the game, but you still have to pay the same amount of money as other consoles. It's like buying a new car, but you will buy it from the only company that will not sell you the awesome chairs, the awesome wheels, and they only give you the color that you don't like. So why would you buy it from that company when you can buy it from another company that gives you all that stuff for free? So my point is, why would you even want a console anymore? You used to want a console because it was cheaper. You just had the PlayStation 4 and you knew you can play whatever game comes out for a price that was close to impossible to build a PC that can run those games. Now a console is very expensive. And now you pay $20 more for a game. Plus you pay to be able to play online and you even get the censored version. And they started to release their games on PC. So now you don't even need a console to buy the exclusives. The only reason I still have a console and I still want a console is because I prefer my games on a disc. Oh yeah, and because I hate Windows. But soon I think the consoles will disappear. Xbox is not trying to sell you games anymore, they're trying to sell you subscriptions. And because of Windows, they also own the PC market. Well, kind of, because they still need to compete with Steam, with Epic Games and other platforms. What I'm saying is that they have their own store on PC. So you don't really need an Xbox to play Xbox games. PlayStation also started porting their games on PC, and after buying Bungie, they said they will invest more on games as a service. So I'm not sure if we can expect good exclusives from Sony. And even if they will still make good exclusives, you can probably wait a few months or a year and you will be able to play it on PC. Okay, maybe a few years, we don't know. But it's clear that Sony wants to release more games on PC. And I think a lot of developers are fed up with Sony and they want to release their games on PC. Because the problem with censorship is that you don't have freedom. You will never know what Sony will decide it's not okay. So you have three options. You refuse to sell the game on PlayStation because of censorship. You let Sony censorship your game from development to be sure that everything will be okay. But even so, Sony may say, well, we decided that it's still not okay and you still have to cut stuff. And the third option is that you do whatever they want. You censorship whatever they want, you cut the stuff that they don't want, even if that will cost you a lot of money and time. So because of this, I think a lot of developers will make their games for other platforms, if they care for their creative freedom. I know that Sony used to censorship in the past, but let's not forget that now PlayStation is no longer a Japanese company. So we should expect more American stuff. They already started bragging about Horizon that it doesn't have sexy women in them. Yeah, so that's something to brag about. The fact that you don't have sexy women in your video game. I think the only reason that Horizon was a big success is because of the gameplay and because of the world. It was very fun to explore the world and kill dinosaur robots. But that's all, the story was very shit. Especially the parts with the tribes, they were very boring and I always skip that part. And if they already started bragging about something like this, that they don't have sexy women in their video games, then I'm pretty sure in the future they will brag even more that they don't have white male characters, that their characters are gay or whatever. They will find a reason to brag about stuff that nobody cares. And we will see the quality of the games dropping. No more fun gameplay, no more polished games, no story, and they will probably even force some online to make you buy their PSN subscription. I understand that no company is perfect, especially when they become a huge company. But I'm pretty sure that PlayStation will become just like the American movies. A big pile of shit that nobody wants anymore. I hope I am wrong, but we already see that I am not. They already care more about the character's sexual orientation, race, how ugly they are, and they don't talk about the story anymore, they don't talk about the gameplay, the world building. So if their main focus is to force their ideology onto us, then I'm not expecting good games anymore from them. And that's okay because I think there's a lot of indie developers that need more love. And also I like Steam more because they mind their own business. They mainly try to sell me games and that's all. They don't try to force me their ideology. And I think that's how all corporations should be. They should never tell me about their political views, about their ideology, their opinion on current events, and so on. Companies should only care about selling me the products that I want. Nothing more, nothing less.